Optics without magnification may not help us see further or discern finer details on our target, but they have some pretty significant advantages in a close range or CQB environment. They give us the same single focal plane advantage as other optics, and since the target appears through the optic exactly the same as it does to our naked eye, we can very quickly superimpose our aiming reference on the target to make these some of the fastest optics to use. Additionally, unmagnified optics, as the name implies, have no magnification, and thus what we call non-critical eye relief. This means that unlike a traditional rifle scope where your eye must be within a specific distance from the ocular lens, no matter how close or how far from the unmagnified optic our eye is, we can still see the full field of view. This allows us great freedom in where on the firearm we can mount these optics, and is also very forgiving of compromised shooting positions and imperfect stock weld, things we can expect to deal with in a dynamic short-range environment. Although capable at greater distances, unmagnified optics are generally the best choice when our primary mission involves reacting to targets at across-the-room distances and when the majority of our targets are expected to be inside 200 to 300 yards. Sights in this category include the Aimpoint Comp M4 and Micros, the EOTech holographic sights, the Trijicon RMR, and others like them. The Aimpoint designed optics have the advantage of battery life that is measured in years and use a single red dot as an aiming reference, generally in a 2 or 4 MOA size, but it can be larger. Various mounts and risers are available for all Aimpoint and similar optics that can give you your choice of an absolute or lower 1/3 co-witness. This Trijicon RMR, another viable option for rifle or shotgun use in addition to handgun, is available with dots ranging from 3.25 to 13 MOA. EOTech holographic sights have shorter battery life, but in return we get a larger field of view through the optic and a reticle that includes multiple aiming references. The standard EOTech reticle is a 1 MOA dot inside a 65 MOA circle. The 65 MOA circle gives us a large, easy to pick up aiming reference at close range while funneling our eye to the center 1 MOA dot, which gives us a precise aiming reference for work on more distant targets. Some models include multiple dots to account for bullet drop at extended ranges. The bottom of the 65 MOA circle also works very well as a CQB aiming reference that takes into account the height over bore on an AR-type platform, working out to be about a 7-yard zero. Brownells LE Defense and Security and EOTech are teaming up to bring you a new reticle that maximizes on this concept, the CQB T-dot, that provides a more defined CQB aiming reference in conjunction with two 1 MOA dots. Look for the Brownells exclusive CQB T-dot EOTech available at Policestore.com and Brownells.com. One of the drawbacks of the holographic sight for non-AR platforms is also a benefit for use with the AR. EOTechs are by necessity built higher than Aimpoint style optics. This makes them the perfect height for an absolute co-witness on an AR for models without an integral quick release, or co-witness through the very bottom of the optic for models with the integral quick release. This same height, though, makes the EOTech less than ideal for platforms that don't require the same height over rail, like the AK, the G3, and others. Trijicon has several optics in this category, including the RMR and various reflex sights that eliminate batteries either altogether or in part, using fiber optics and tritium to illuminate their aiming references. Although there can sometimes be less than ideal illumination when shooting from a dark area into a bright one, or vice versa, these optics automatically adapt to adjust the reticle brightness based on ambient lighting. The number of mounts and accessories for these optics is vast, so if you aren't sure what you need for a particular application or platform, Brownells technical support will help you find your answer, either on the phone or through the answer box. Some critical considerations are that 1, we want to mount the optic to the most stable platform available, so on an AR, that generally means the receiver. Handguard rails are ideal for a lot of accessories, but we should keep our optics on the receiver. On many platforms, this may differ. On an AK, unmagnified optics are at home on the gas tube, replacement, or fore-end mounts, or at least the ones that clamp directly to the barrel. And 2, we need to have the proper height of mount to achieve the degree of co-witness that we desire. We can increase the versatility of a non-magnified optic by adding a magnifier. Various mounting solutions allow you to place a magnifier behind your optic to have the advantages that magnification can bring you, but also the eye relief issues that go along with it. Our placement on the rail now must allow the ocular lens of the magnifier to be in the appropriate place to work within the eye relief range for the magnifier we're using. Various hinged and quick detach solutions are available, and preference here depends on how quickly you need to switch between magnified and unmagnified operation. This brings us to magnified optics.